challenges. And using my own unique healing method, I assist people like you back to health and well-being. Today, I'll be speaking about some of the emotional or spiritual causes of constipation, and you'll learn how your unresolved negative emotions may be the reasons for your current constipation. So the main purpose of the bowel is to release toxins of what no longer useful to the body. Constipation symbolically can mean there is reluctance to release old ideas and feelings that no longer serve. Conversely, when we look to the spiritual cause, constipation can be a sign of stuffing down our desires and wishes. The body will always reflect our mind and will try to communicate our heart's desire by showing up as an imbalance or ill health in the body. The spiritual cause of constipation can also show up as being attached to material things with a reluctance to let go, especially when being forced to part with what you have accumulated. And this can include money. Various fears can trigger constipation, such as being out of control, fear of change, or fear of being wrong. There may be a reluctance to share ideas or feelings, or a fear of displeasing others, being wrong, or risking the loss of something or someone. The small intestine corresponds to conscious analytical thinking, and the large intestine relates to unconscious. Thus, constipation can relate to a fear of letting the unconscious contents see the light of day and represents an attempt to keep the unconscious repressed contents locked up within ourselves. The spiritual cause of constipation can also show up when there's a blockage in the flow of the large intestine, Meridian. Some of the related emotions are holding on to things that are no longer needed, guilt, lack of self-worth, and a need to be in control. Of course, constipation is often related to ileocecal valve, which is located in the lower right quadrant of the abdomen, around the area of the appendix. Learn more about the importance of a healthy ileocecal valve by visiting my website. The link's below, and look for my blog, Spiritual Cause of Lower Right Abdominal Pain. The ileocecal valve allows the contents of the small intestine to be released into the large intestine, which then closes up to prevent any backing up from the contents. If this valve sticks open, the contents can back up and poison the whole system. If the valve sticks closed, the contents of the small intestine cannot escape, again poisoning the system. Like every part of your body, the ileocecal valve is particularly sensitive to your challenging, unresolved emotions, and in response can stick open or closed. Feelings relating to your mother or other influential females in your family can trigger the ileocecal valve, resulting in self-poisoning feelings and a refusal to let go of the past. More examples of metaphysical and spiritual root causes of constipation can link back to the early toilet training. Any embarrassment around potty training, such as shame and guilt, can set off a lifetime of holding on to negative emotions, which can result in constipation. A child may try to control his parents by refusing to poop. This relates to a resistance to a higher authority or a fear of being out of control. When we do not address feelings of anxiety, this can create a tightening of not only the structural muscles of the body, but also the internal valves. By clamping or stuffing down uncomfortable feelings of emotions, the body quite literally expresses its needs for you to address them by these feelings, showing up as constipation. When we bravely face our emotional challenge, rather than constantly ignoring them, our body then no longer needs to physically manifest these unresolved feelings. Another cause of constipation can be due to problems with the thyroid. When the thyroid is underactive, hypothyroid, everything can stuck and sluggish. This is very often a result of depression and lethargy, which is reflected in the digestive system. Visit my website to read my blog on the spiritual causes of thyroid problems. The link of the description below. There are many more emotional reasons behind constipation, and I write about these in my blog on my website. Find the link in the show notes below. If you would like to help in resolving your health problems, you can book your Zoom appointment via my website.